just one among many of Dubai's maximal attractions, the deepest swimming pool in the world.
Then we are going to open the tank.
The water in this 60-metre deep pool is kept at a constant temperature of 30 degrees all year round.
I've done diving a lot, but never in an environment like this before. So this will be the first sort of time for me. It's amazing, really, really warm. Feels really fresh. It's really, really nice.
It took 30 days and 14 million litres of fresh water to fill this enormous pool resembling a sunken city. That's the equivalent of 6 Olympic-sized swimming pools worth of water that has to be constantly treated and sometimes replaced. The company claims to use cutting-edge technology to waste as little as possible.
So how's the water today, Ericsson? Looks pretty good, right?
Yes.
Richard is supervising the pool today.
Here we're using desalinated water, but it's recycled. And we also have a system here that allows us to replace as little water as possible of this water. The way we disinfect this water is also sustainable as much as possible, and we're constantly developing new techniques to make it even more environmental friendly.
The Emirates of Dubai is often portrayed as having little concern for the environment. But for several years now, authorities have been making more and more environmental announcements. The local population, 90% of whom are foreigners, are also becoming increasingly aware of the issue. Like here in this villa positioned next to a sandy wasteland. This Indian national's growing exotic fruit here. He says it's a way of buying fewer products imported from abroad.
We have a star fruit, we have a water apple, we have a pomegranates, we have dragon fruit and jackfruit also. And here, this side, we have mangoes. Some of the rare variety of mangoes we have here. We have chiku, we have moringa, which is growing in a full luscious area. We have a tamarind, we have papaya, we have cashew nut. Some of those plants are never grown in the country before.
A feat made possible by a product he calls breathing sand. This enables the desert sand to retain water around roots and allows air to circulate freely in the soil.
So the whole garden, what we got here is we dig up this area when we planted, and then we only layered 1 centimeter of our breathable sand and recovered with a normal desert sand. And suddenly this land has become a more arable land.
The businessman's now marketing this innovative product across the region. He keeps a close eye on operations at his office.
Did you give the quotation to the Manoharan?
He decided to set up his business in Dubai in late 2019. Before that, he was based in South Africa.
The leadership is the first reason why we made Dubai our headquarters, because the leadership is allowing innovations to thrive in Dubai. And the second reason is it is giving access to the worldwide market. It is central hub. From here, we have access to the global market, and the global audience also look towards Dubai for innovations. The third reason is access to various amenities.
A few kilometers away in the neighboring Emirate of Sharjah, great efforts have been made at this technology park developed with the authorities to attract entrepreneurs like Chandra Dake. Green technologies are one of their priorities.
Investing in sustainable projects is part of the Emirates' policy. We're very interested in taking these measures, but it also bears responsibility for us in all areas of society, whether in the construction of smart cities or in other projects specializing in modern technologies. This year we're celebrating COP28 to talk about it at a global level.
This British engineer based in Sharjah Park is one of the entrepreneurs won over by this strategy.
I think the new manifold that we can actually fit it here instead of those PVCs moving.
His company's areas of expertise include sustainable green energy such as hydrogen and water treatment.
So because of the COP28 being around in the UAE this year, and there's a lot of funding channels that's been funneled into the UAE at the moment, locally and internationally, and that is going to be the catalyst for us to continue our work. And we need, for every startup, any innovative company will need the fund to survive. And the UAE does not only provide that, but it also provides the ecosystem.
A win-win partnership between the authorities and the private sector. This academic says it outlines the strategy of the United Arab Emirates.
For
more than 10 years now, the Emirates have been implementing a fairly ambitious environmental policy with a particular focus on reducing carbon emissions. But they are also aiming to bring in new technologies that will help to achieve this result in order to create viable industries. The Emirates are known abroad as a country that supports environmental diplomacy. In other words, they offer support, often in a financial form, to developing countries.
The challenge for the Emirates is also to extend its soft power. For example, last September, the monarchy pledged $4.5 billion of investment into clean energy for Africa.